Hello everyone, hi, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to another episode reaction to Buffy the Vampire Slayer. This is Haarute, I'm Matt. Hello, what's up? I'm in a good mood today. Evo was this weekend. I didn't get to sleep much, but I watched it, and it was fun, it was great, it was a great event. I just watched a clip that somebody posted on Twitter, a dude Potemkin busted a guy 3 times in a row and killing him. And that was great, it was really funny. This has nothing to do with the Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I'm pretty sure there's like an overlap of like 1% between those two things regarding people that care about them. There was that one guy that messaged me on Patreon that was like, yo, do you like fighting games? And I was like, hell yeah, I do. And we talk about Guilty Gear for like a little bit. Shout outs to that one guy. I hope he's having a nice day. I hope that guy had a good Evo if you watched it. Last time on Buffy, we had a crazy episode. The episode didn't really go into it, and that's fine. I actually don't think this matters much, but I choose to believe that there was a Cthulhu alien abomination that descended and buried itself into the earth and survived for many millions of years and is now somehow clawing its way out of the school and mind controlling people. And then Buffy just fucking hacked it with a pickaxe and killed it off screen. It's a cool concept. I kind of want them to bring it back like 3 seasons from now, like revisiting it, just like revisiting the idea because the idea is cool. It's like the cosmic horror idea. I really like that. That's not really exactly what we got previous episode, but if I think about it that way, the episode becomes more fun to me. But anyway, that is kind of it. I don't know if there's much else to mention about previous episode. Cordelia and Xander are still a thing. And honestly, like, I feel like that's something we're mentioning because something I realized, like, previous week, after that episode came out. Like, my original reaction to Cordelia and Xander starting to kiss and, like, hook up with each other, I was like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, I had, like, zero trust in this pairing. And now I still kind of don't, but I see it more than I used to before. This is more like a weird, like, how do I put, like a weird rivalry? Like, they antagonize each other, but like whenever they're not antagonizing each other, they're like actually super cool with each other. Like, that's the thing. Cordelia is kind of our friend now. Like in season 1, she was like more detached from the gang. Now she spends times with the gang. So at this point, she's kind of a part of the gang. So it kind of makes sense. So at this point, I'm just like, whatever. We'll see how it develops. But now that I've had like a couple of episodes of it, I'm just like, okay, fine. You know, it's fine. I don't dislike it as much as I used to. I just don't know where it's gonna go. But yeah, that's just kind of how I feel. All right, we're getting ready to start with this next episode. Patreon. Check out the Patreon. The link in the description below. If you want to hear me rant about Evo or some shit, I'm not gonna do that. But if you want to see the next 2 episode reactions to Buffy, you can already do so over at the Patreon. Check out the link in the description below, or the pop-up on screen. Just supporting the channel, that would help it a lot. Anyway, let us begin. So, Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 2, Episode 13. Let's go. Right, she got okay. Unexpected. Is this real? Maybe Drusilla can sneak into people's dreams. This is great. I love it. It's a great dream sequence.
Do you really think you're ready, Buffy?
That cup is giant. Yep. Is she real? That's the question.
Happy birthday, Buffy.
Happy birthday, girl. I didn't know it was her birthday. Yay. Everybody wish Buffy a happy birthday today. So glad it's her birthday. It is currently August 8th. Who would have thought that Buffy would have her birthday 10 days before my birthday? Good on her. I'm killing time because I don't want to look at the spiders. I don't know what else to say. I mean, Drusilla can maybe sneak into people's dreams, maybe alter them in some way. That would be interesting. Drusilla, the dream weaver.
You're okay, right?
Yeah?
Sure.
We had a really bad dream. Close the door.
It's just a dream. It wasn't real.
It felt so real.
It wasn't.
Watch this entire episode be a dream.
The dreams that I had about the Master, they came true.
Still, Not every dream you have comes true.
The master. I forgot about that guy.
What did you dream last night? Can you remember?
Willow was talking to a monkey.
Sorry. What were we talking?
There we go. The door is still open though. I saw it.
I have to go to school.
I know. You have to go to school.
This is me. I'm going.
You still haven't told me what you wanted for your birthday.
Surprise me.
Okay.
I like seeing you first thing in the morning.
It's bedtime for me.
Well, and I like seeing you at
Makes
bedtime.
sense. Yes. I'm just gonna go now.
What do you want to do?
I like Willow's hat. She can wear it well.
To not act on one. What if I never feel this way again? Carpe diem. You told me that once. Fish of the day.
Fish today.
I think we're going to.
I have two theories
You
for
think
what
he's too
this
old 'cause he's
episode is
a
gonna be.
senior?
One, this is all a dream. Two, Angel's gonna die at the end.
What if the talking thing becomes the awkward silence thing?
You might be into that. You
You won't
know.
know until you try.
Okay, we got this again. This is nice. This feels like an important episode.
I'm gonna ask you to go out with me tomorrow night. And I'm kind of nervous about it, actually.
Well, if it helps at all, I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah, it helps. It creates a comfort zone.
Awesome.
Do you want to go out with me tomorrow night?
Oh, I can't.
Well, see, I like that you're unpredictable.
It's Buffy's birthday, and we're throwing her a surprise party. You could come, if you wanted.
Oh, he's gonna be exposed to the vampires and shit.
I said date.
Yes, you did, girl. Fish today.
If Drusilla is alive, then it could be a fairly cataclysmic state of affairs.
Again, so many words.
powered
Couldn't
up.
you just say we'd be in trouble?
Go to class, Ellen.
You know, I like the drama. He should have just said, "Be gone, fiend!" What is this back here? Is Spike okay, by the way?
Dead set on this bed.
Nope, it's in a wheelchair. So this is a good inverse of what it used to be. He used to take care of her, now she's taking care of him.
These flowers are wrong. I can't abide them.
Let's try something different.
Can I open one?
God, I like her. She's so fucking weird.
Will be the best party ever.
So are they trying to ambush Buffy's party, or is this a different party we're talking about?
Think you're ready, Buffy?
Nightmare? Or a premonition? That's a sign. She dropped it in the dream, so... Oh boy. Who's that?
Jenny Calendar.
Whomst are you?
The curse still holds.
The elder woman is never wrong. She says his pain is lessening.
There is
There is what?
a girl.
What?
Angel still suffers. And he makes amends for his evil. He even saved my life.
So you just forget he destroyed the most beloved daughter of your tribe?
Ooh.
That he killed every man, woman, and child that touched her life? Vengeance demands that his pain be eternal as ours is.
Okay.
You are still Yana of the Kalderash people.
Dumping a lot of stuff on us.
Do what you must to take her from him.
So I can connect dots here. I'm just not saying it. It's gypsies and the curse and Angel and the daughter of the family or whatever. Maybe that connects to Drusilla even.
Is that there is no good time to relax. But Buffy's turning 17 just this once, and she deserves a party.
I mean, he has a fair point, but we should, like, this... Well, okay, they're not watching the show. I'm watching this episode, and I feel this episode is, like, serious and important, right? I feel the atmosphere being very serious. So they don't know that, but I know. Okay, is Jenny gonna betray us?
You know, my car's here. Why don't I drive you? No, Buffy, maybe you shouldn't.
Sorry. Sacred duty, yada, yada, yada. You really should speak with someone about this klepto issue.
I think I hear her coming.
Damn it. Yeah. They can hear the fight. Or maybe it's Spike and Drusilla breaking in.
Surprise!
Buffy, are you okay?
Yes, what happened?
There are these vamps out. What's going on?
Surprise party.
Happy birthday.
We should have some music playing out or something. Like
Are you okay?
Buster Wolf. Yeah, I was just like, I don't know what the fuck is happening.
Hey, did everybody see that guy just turn to dust?
Yeah, we have a couple things to explain here.
Vampires are real. A lot of them live in Sunnydale.
It's hard to accept at first.
Actually, it explains a lot.
Like, everyone dying at the school, like, once a week or some shit. Okay, what were the vampires carrying around? I like that Oz immediately accepted it. Is it a body part? Or like a piece of armor? It's a body part. And it moves on its own. Okay.
It's a legend way before my time.
Introduce the MacGuffin. Introduce the plot.
They called him the Judge.
The Judge.
The judge? This is he?
That's a good title. I like it.
An army was sent against him. Most of them died, but finally they were able to dismember him. But,
So they're collecting the 5 body parts of Exodia. I understand. That's actually a really cool concept. I like it.
She's right. I gotta get this to the remotest region possible.
But that's not months.
I can catch a cargo ship to Asia, maybe truck to Nepal.
You know that-
I can't fly. There's no sure way to guard against the daylight.
When?
As soon as possible. Yeah.
As soon as possible.
But it's my birthday.
Okay.
I'll drive you to the docks.
You lost my present.
I know. I'm sorry.
So can't the judge, like, not be brought back or operate if you don't have all the parts? So is Angel just gonna go away for like a while? Could be. Maybe that's what Angel is about. Angel's a show. It's Angel's adventures, like somewhere far away in the earth, taking the judge's arm away or some shit.
If you haven't noticed, someone pretty much always wants us dead.
Don't say that. Can't know, Buffy. Nobody can. That's just the deal. I was gonna give it to you earlier, but
It's a cute ring.
they exchanged this as a sign of devotion.
Oh.
It's a clotter ring. Hands represent friendship.
Oh.
The crown represents loyalty. And the heart, you know,
Love and all that.
wear it with the heart pointing towards you. It means you belong to somebody.
I wonder if he was already wearing that. I guess he wouldn't have been because he didn't belong to anybody. But now if making this fully official.
I don't want to do this.
Me either.
So don't go.
Here's the thing about like literally every single one of these like kissing scenes. I'm always waiting for someone to come at the back and kill him. Like. Okay, close enough. There we go. Here we go. There he is. Oh, he's taking the arm. He's gonna have to go and save Buffy. I mean, she can swim probably. There's no reason for you to do that, but sure. This is a terrible birthday.
his touch can literally burn the humanity out of you. A true creature of evil can survive the process no human ever has.
What's the
He can...
send Cordy to fight this guy and we go for pizza?
Okay, that was a good joke. Also, he can literally turn Angel back to the evil Angel, which would be really tragic. That's a very specific power. Burn the humanity out of you.
Yeah, she hasn't been sleeping well, tossing and turning. She told me. Because of her dreams.
I like how everyone just turn. I wonder if Drusilla can literally invade your dreams. That would be such a, like, interesting, like, ability. That's Jenny, which is interesting. Wait, those are the flowers, too. Those are the body parts. This is literally JoJo Part 7.
No! Angel!
Are we gonna summon the judge? I hope they summon the judge. And then we have to deal with him for, like, a long time. I also want the judge to not be just, like, a dude. I want the judge to be, like, a giant suit of armor or some shit. Man, seeing Spike on a wheelchair is so funny, almost. Oh, cool! It assembles into, like, a coffin. Okay, show me.
He's perfect, my darling.
I don't know if I would say that, but we'll take it. He looks like he belongs to the Blue Man Group.
You two stink of humanity.
Oh!
Share affection and jealousy.
Oh, that's...
What of it?
That's very interesting.
This one is full of feeling. He reads. Bring him to me.
He reads? Who's the actor for this guy? Gone.
Do it again! Do it again!
Kill all of my my minions. That really gets me going.
This thing is nasty and it's real, Giles. We can't wait for it to come get us.
Jenny was in that building in the dream, so maybe she'll be here. There's clearly gonna be a confrontation. That's the twist at the end of the episode. Jenny is the one that dies, sacrificing herself or something. He can feel the humanity. Yep, he can sense it. Too late.
Well, look what we have here.
Well, this was a terrible plan. They could return Angel back to being a demon and having no humanity.
Take me. No! Take me instead of her.
There is no instead. Just first and second.
And if you go first, you don't get to watch the Slayer die.
Oh! Drop a CRT on him! Why do we have that there? I don't care. Let's just run. Let's go. Wow, that created a huge hole in the ground. I have no idea how that happened, but sure, we'll take it. Where did it go? We didn't see that door close. We didn't hear it either. I literally don't know how we got out of that one, but sure. It's raining. Oh no. Rain is a bad omen. Angel's place. That's bad. They didn't go back to the library or something. I feel less safe here than I do at the library. Despite the library being literally like at the top of the hellmouth. Maybe this episode is gonna be like them sleeping together. In a wholesome way. Just literally just sleeping. Because that's something they said that was a thing earlier in the episode.
It's okay, I just have a cut or something.
Can I see?
Let me see. It's already closed. You're fine.
You almost went away today.
We both did.
I feel like I lost you. You're right, though. We can't be sure of it.
Say it.
I love you.
There we go.
Buffy, maybe we shouldn't.
Don't. Just kiss me.
What's this? What's that? Girl, how hard are you sleeping? What? Also, that was, I think maybe that was like less wholesome than I thought. Alrighty then. That episode was heavily centered around love and drama. And we got plot. There is some plot to be had here. And it was also a part 1. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be a part 1, part 2 kind of thing. But they did say to be continued at the end. And at the end, there was a big mystery of what the fuck is happening. Like, okay, so did Buffy and Angel fuck? That's the question. I made a joke about it and I was like, not that. Just literally just sleep in the same bed. But then I think that maybe they might have. I'm not fully sure. Okay, so afterwards, they're just chilling, they're sleeping, and there is a big thunderstorm. And I have no idea how Buffy didn't wake up from it, but there is hell is exploding in the sky, and Angel hears it, and then he just runs off, gets rest real quick, and then he just goes outside and just starts screaming, and Buffy's asleep. I have no idea how this girl hasn't woken up yet, but sure, she's a heavy sleeper. That actually makes sense. But yeah, I don't actually know what that means, or what that was. I don't know if the judge summoned Thor to come and annihilate all humans or humanity out of vampires. I don't know if the gypsies just release a curse release thing to track Angel. I don't know if the moment Angel fucks with a Slayer, it's like a curse thing and it like broke the planet. I don't know what happened right there at the end. And me trying to guess is probably not going to go anywhere. So we're just going to have to wait and see next episode to see what that ending was about. I mean, I can go back and check it out once again, but I think it's pretty non-descriptive. It's just like a storm. I mean, if anything, Angel is like screaming Buffy. And also he heard the thunderstorm and went outside just running in. So if anything, that tells us that angels know what this is, probably. And not only that, he thinks that Buffy might be able to help Wait, so it's less the storm, maybe. Maybe the storm doesn't matter. Maybe it's more about him. Maybe the storm is just, right, it's just a bad omen. But I'm watching it again, and Angel runs off, and he, like, opens the door and, like, slams into a wall, and then, like, stumbles over, and he looks, like, pained. Is Angel, like, transforming back into a demon? Okay, Angel transforming back into a demon. Either because the judge released the humanity out of him, because maybe Miss Calendar did something to him because of what we saw earlier in the episode, which we're gonna have to talk about that. I don't know what else could that be. Yeah, my guess is, like, he's turning back into just a demon, which would be bad and it would be sad. Because also this entire episode was pretty much about Buffy and Angel, or not the entire episode, but like most of it, I feel was about both of them and just like being in love and being a couple. So Angel's in pain. I'm guessing he might be reverting back to his like demon self. Maybe not fully. It could also be tied to like something with Drusilla, because they did wear like connecting together when they did like the energy transfer stuff a couple episodes ago. So maybe that in some way is like influencing Angel right now. Fun fact about that, someone left me a comment that I think they told me that apparently the actors were like put in that like position to do like the energy transfer thing, and they were like tied there together, and then everyone else went to get lunch and they just left them there. So then they were like, guys, someone told me that. I'm not sure if that's correct, but someone did tell me that. But anyway, that episode was heavily about Buffy and Angel as a couple, being together, love. It was touched upon like the same theme with Oz and Willow, as well as with Sander and Cordelia, like a little bit, but it was mostly just Buffy and Angel. And I have to say, like, I've said it before, but I'm gonna say it again, just as a reminder, or maybe you didn't check out other videos where I said it, but I am not the best person for this kind of stuff. I am not the biggest fan of like romance, characters getting together and stuff. Yeah, because like I'm not against that. It's just like for me personally, it doesn't really do much. Like I've been around fandoms for a long time, and I see people getting really excited about pairings. They even make their own pairings that are not canon. Sometimes grabbing two characters that have never interacted with each other, and they're like, yes, they're fucking now. And I'm just sitting here like, all right, I guess that's what makes you happy. I don't get it, but that's the point. I'm like the opposite end of the spectrum. I'm like, I never get it. I'm just like, they're kissing, they're banging, like that's it, like it's happening, and I'm just like looking at it. Sometimes I'm looking away because it's like, all right, this scene does nothing for me. I am not emotionally invested into it. This really doesn't do much, and we're just like wasting time here that we could be using something else. That's kind of how I feel like. This is not a complaint, by the way. This is not me complaining that is something that shouldn't be there. That's just the way I feel. So whenever an episode like this one that comes in, that feels like it spent at least 10 minutes on scenes with Buffy and Angel just kissing, and then kissing more, and then more, I feel like there's really not a lot I can provide you here. There's not a lot I can say, other that they're very in love with each other, you know? I mean, it's all touching on themes that we've seen before, just like she's a slayer, he's a vampire, you know? Also just the dangerous lives that they live, you know? Being afraid that you could lose one another, you know? All of that comes in, and it came in full force in this episode, more so than ever before. And that is scary. It is scary, just the idea of losing someone that is very dear to you, losing someone that you really love and care about. And they spend a lot of the episode showing them together, in order to just drive that harder. Just the idea that they're really into each other. Like, and there are some scenes that felt like even like a little bit more realistic. You know, sometimes when you see romance in media, it can come across as like a little bit somewhat forced, or or like something that doesn't look real. Like, this is not the way people talk, this is not the way people act. But in this, it felt like real, you know, like, because I'm thinking to like the scene where Buffy is like, I gotta go to school, and he's and Angel was like, yeah, you gotta. And then they kept kissing, and then Angel was like, okay, but you really gotta go to school. And then she was like, okay, I'm going. And she turned around and she started walking, and then they immediately started kissing again. And then I think they did it one more time, you know? It's this idea of like, they really can't let go of each other. And like, they really are trying, because it's not even that they're teasing, it's not even that they're playing, it's just like, yeah, I gotta go, and then they keep going. No, it's like, no, I really want to go, I need to go, I'm gonna be late, and oh my fucking god, your lips are so hot, and they just keep going. Like that. It's the idea that they're so into each other, and that's like a little bit endearing, and it feels like, yes, that's like a real thing, you know? It's not just, we're kissing, and then plot moves. No, it's like, no, this is driving harder how much they're into each other and how much it means to them, this relationship, you know? The scene also when Angel comes in and it's like, I got you this for your birthday. Also, this was the worst birthday ever. But he comes in and it's like, I got you this for your birthday, and it's this ring from his tribe, which I completely forgot the name of. Might probably come back as something important, maybe related to the Miss Calendar thing, but it was this ring that had a couple of like things on it. It was like hands and a crown and a heart, and the heart signifies that when you point it towards yourself, it's like, I belong to someone. That's cute. That was a cute little thing, and he had that himself, and he gave that to Buffy. It's like very romantic, okay, very romantic, like very dedicated, and very meaningful. That's lovely. That's good. Good on them for having a very good relationship. Unfortunately, she's a vampire, so he's a vampire, and we're all in danger of dying like literally every episode. And one of these episodes, I feel like that is gonna stick to someone. So that is unfortunate, and I'm even suspecting like Angel might be reverting back into a demon, which would be really unfortunate. It could be really sad even, but we'll see how they want to play this. But yes, this episode was just heavily about that, their relationship, which again, I am not the best person to ask about it. All I can tell you is that I'm looking at it and I'm like, yep, that they're going. And I'm just sitting here like, they're kissing. They've been kissing for the last 10 seconds. I don't know what to say. Like, this doesn't elicit any emotions in me. I'm just kind of waiting for the scene to end. And that's fine. That's just not for me. It is for other people. Just not for me. Another fun fact about myself. I never read fanfiction. I never did. Like, I always hung around fandom. And I know people that read and read fanfiction, and people close to me. Like, I don't judge them for doing so, but it is something that I never personally cared for or have felt any like desire to do. Like, okay, no, I kind of want to read one piece of fanfiction, and it's My Immortal, because it sucks, and I want to read that. Like, that says a lot about myself. That really does. Like, I don't care about reading a good piece of literature that talks about, like, meaningful character relationships and then, like, falling in love and banging or whatever. I don't care about that. What I do want to read is a piece of garbage, because it's really fun. I want to read My Immortal, and that says a lot about me and the way I consume media, really. Like, I enjoy media that just makes me happy, and what makes me happy is something that is just kind of trashy. That's just what I want in life. I said this before, like, somebody left me a comment that was like, if you want another episode like the Cyber Demon episode or whatever, go watch Avengers Age of Ultron, because it's basically the same premise, and it's also written by Joss Whedon. And I was like, you're not wrong, but like, Ultron sucked. And I feel like the reason why Ultron sucked and the Cyber Demon episode didn't, I mean, the Cyber Demon episode, it did suck, but it was good. And the reason why I like the Cyber Demon, this has completely nothing to do with this episode, by the way, but the reason why I really like the Cyber Demon episode from season 1, I forgot the name of it, but I think it was like episode 9 or something. Maybe that was the puppet one. I forgot which one. But the episode where there was a demon and he got into a computer. The reason why I like that episode is because it felt like a Power Rangers episode. Ultron just felt like a Marvel movie, and that's why I didn't like it. And that's what it comes down to, is that I don't want something to feel like they're trying to tell me that it's like amazing, that it's good, like it has like the biggest, shiniest CGI effects, you know? And every line, like it feels like they're trying to make this line like hit. No, I want to watch something that feels like a B movie, like a C movie, like it does, like this is trash. Like again, like an episode of Power Rangers. That's what I want to see. That makes me happy. That's not even me saying something is bad. That just makes me happy. That's what joy is to me. I would rather watch Kung Pao Enter the Fist 20 times before watching a Marvel movie. That's what you need to know about me. I got really sidetracked, but this kind of segues into something else. Who's the actor for the judge? I don't want to check that because, well, no. You know what I can do? Because I think I know. Okay, so your name. I'm going to search your name in Wikipedia. And then I'm going to Control F. And I'm gonna see if you... I was right! Oh my god, I was right! Yes, I recognized them. Okay, this is my redemption arc. The judge is... the actor for the judge is Brian Thompson. Brian Thompson also played Luke in the first 2 episodes of Buffy. But he also played Shao Kahn in Mortal Kombat Annihilation 1997. Of course, more importantly, that movie. That's the great movie. That was the segue, by the way. Me talking about my favorite shitty movies. Mortal Kombat Annihilation is one of my favorite movies of all time, and it sucks. And you all should watch it. If you want to understand me as a person, watch Mortal Kombat Annihilation and think about the kind of person that enjoys a movie like that. That's me. Anyway, he plays Shao Kahn in that movie, the main bad guy. The guy that turns into a giant, like, snake CGI demon thing that looks like shit for, like, 5 seconds. And it kills the movie because it's during the climax. It's the best. So, he played Luke in the first 2 episodes of the show. And people told me about it, like, later. Like, I made a joke about Shao Kahn in Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Yeah, during the final episode of season 1. And people told me, you know, that guy was Luke in episode 1, right? And I was like, wait, really? And then I went back and I was like, shit, you're right. It's exactly the same guy. And now I'm watching The Judge. And I'm like, are you Shao Kahn? Are you Shao Kahn? Also known as Luke. Because when I saw him, I thought, you look like an Igor. And then I was like, wait, you look like Luke. And then I was like, wait, you look like Shao Kahn. You're the same guy, aren't you? And he was. He actually is the same actor. Don't worry, I didn't really spoil myself. I went to the Wikipedia page of the actor and I Control F Buffy. And then I saw The Judge and I was like, done. I got this shit. Man, I really like that guy. That guy's a good actor. He has a good face. He has like very expressive cheeks that he can control in order to do performances. That's cool. You know, like, I don't like the judge's design, but I do like the actor, so I'll take it. He's the same. He's just wearing blue now. But I don't know. Like, when I saw the arm, I thought it was like an armored arm, which it kind of is. But I almost wanted to see, when you said the judge, like, the judge is such a cool title. I almost wanted to see like a giant armor, you know, like not just some dude, just an armor. You don't see his face. It's just a big armor and it's just this giant dude. And maybe we'll talk, maybe we won't. So that's what I thought, and I thought that was a really cool idea, and they didn't do it. Instead, they gave me a dude that's blue. That's a little bit less cool than what I thought, just a 4 member of the Blue Man Group, but I'll take it. It's Brian Thompson. I like the actor, so we'll roll with it. We can deal with that. His power set is very interesting. The fact that he can like literally burn the humanity away from something, that's incredibly specific. That's like really specific, which is why I'm concerned about Angel now, because that sounds like, I've thought about this before. I thought about the idea of like maybe Angel could revert back into just being bad and then that would be really tragic. And now they introduce a character that can do that, and that's literally all he does. It's literally just like, he can turn people evil. He can take the good out of people. And I'm just like, well, shit. Like, that sounds bad. I hope that doesn't happen, because that would be really tragic. But it would be really interesting too. We'll see. I do want to point out, though, something the judge said is that he perceived humanity in Spike and Drew, as well as on the other guy with the glasses that died. But he perceived humanity in Spike and Drusilla, which is interesting, because this is something I've asked before. This is a legitimate question and a topic of me theorizing that I've had before. And I have had people in the comments like reply to that, and basically the answer that everyone gave me was kind of just like, yeah, man, it's complicated. It's like whatever, you know, like it's difficult, but yeah, kind of. So this is interesting because the judge comes in, and in episode he says, in canon, just like, I perceive a lot of humanity within you. What did he say? Like, you care and you have like jealousy for each other, like shit like that. You know, like a couple, like a somewhat toxic couple. That's very interesting to me, because that implies that, like, maybe vampires are not like the vampire demons. You know, a demon takes over your body and that's how you turn into a vampire, right? I think that's what it is. I think then that means that, like, the demon that takes over the bodies, they could theoretically be converted, wouldn't they? Like, converted into being good, quote unquote, but not like converted, not like a cast a magic spell and now you're good, which is kind of what they did to Angel. But it's less that the demon converted, is more that he regained a conscience, which is something the demon didn't have. But like, it means that the demons can feel things, and those things are very human in nature, which is interesting. Because I generally do wonder, if you throw a demon on Earth and they spend, this is literally the plot to Good Omens, but like, if you throw a demon on Earth for like a couple thousand years, would they just turn into a human? Like, if they get exposed enough to like enough things, eventually they would start caring about stuff, and eventually they would just kind of turn into human. And if that's the case, then that means the vampires are not so much like mega evil, despite being demons, as much as they are just like, it's difficult to say, because they are evil. They're just out there killing people, right? But then that means that they have the potential not to be evil, which is mega interesting. Like, because then that means that this is like vampires are like life forms that start being evil and like remorseless, but if they have enough experiences, they can start caring. And if they start caring, then they can gain human qualities. And if they gain human qualities, at what point do they just turn human, right? This is very interesting. This is interesting stuff. Like, that's sort of interesting questions I can ask now that the judge has officially said something about it. So I just pulled up the scene with Jenny talking to this uncle guy again. So my theory before was that, like, maybe Jenny is like making Angel like turn back into a demon, or someone is making him turn back into a demon. I don't think that's the goal of Jenny here. Well, because Jenny is a techno-pagan. She's like a witch or something. So when this dude showed up, I was like, who are you? And then I was like, oh, this guy is probably like a witch too. And then he just said we're gypsies. And the way he talked about it, he was like, you forgot what this guy did to our family or something like that. And then it appears that this is the reveal that Angel, so the reason why Angel cares is because he murdered like the daughter of someone in this like gypsy clan. By the way, I'm just gonna say this. Let me just Google this real quick. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure if I should say the word gypsy. I'll be honest with you, because like they use it very frequently in this show. English is not my first language, so to me, I'm just like, should I say this word? But it is kind of a half slur, kind of. Some people use it in that way. So maybe I should stop using it. But then what do I call them? Okay, that would be a good question to ask you guys. What should I call these people in this show? Because that's literally what they're called here. So I don't know what to call this group if I don't want to use that word. But yeah, he showed up and it appears that so that group cursed Angel for killing their daughter or something, like a family member. And they cursed Angel to care by returning his humanity somewhat. And now that he cares and has a conscience, now he feels guilty and he hates himself, etc., etc. That's the point. This guy walks in and talks to Jenny, and he says he's talking about how the elder of the clan or something says that his pain is lessening. She can feel it. At first I thought he meant like he was talking about Spike or something, but no, after the reveal, it's very clear that he's talking about Angel. Angel is starting to feel good again, because he has Buffy. Because he has Buffy, he's happy. He's happy that he's in love. He's happy that he's caring. He can protect her. She protects him. They have a nice life together. They're in love. That's just a good set of emotions, man. But this guy walks in and he's like, we cursed him specifically so he would hate himself and he would never be happy again. Which is a great curse, you know? If you curse someone with that amount of guilt, like that's a great curse for that purpose of like revenge. That's a very good revenge as far as revenges go. Cursing someone to just care and feel like shit. But because they can feel that the pain is lessening, Jenny explains that a girl is getting in the way. Okay, this is interesting though, because the way this conversation goes, it kind of sounds like Jenny was here to monitor Angel. She's here to like keep an eye on Angel to make sure he continues to suffer. And she has just kind of been allowing it to continue happening because, you know, she cares about Buffy and the whole gang, so she allows it. Angel also saved her life. So she's like, you know, he might not be so bad. And they go like, fuck you. Do you forget what he destroyed? He killed every man, woman, and child that touched the life of this daughter. I wonder, though, is the person they're talking about Drusilla? That could be a fun connection. Because he said, do you forget what he did to you, the most beloved daughter of your tribe? That he killed every man, woman, and child that touched her life. This is interesting because before we only got the information that, hey, Angel only killed her and then the rest of the family was like, we're going to curse you. But now he says he killed every man, woman, and child that touched her life. And the only other time that we've heard something similar to that is when they were talking about Drusilla and how Angel tortured Drusilla by killing everyone around Drusilla first, and then Drusilla, well, converting her. So I wonder if the person that we're talking about here is Drusilla. That would fully connect everything. It would connect Angel's backstory to Drusilla, to Angel's curse, to Miss Calendar. Which is a weird connection, but it could be there. It could happen. I can see it. I can see it. I can see the path being laid in front of me. I can see the future. I like this. But yeah, anyway, he says vengeance demands that his pain is eternal, as ours is. Is it? Like, that's a good question. Like, when did this happen? Because if this happened like centuries ago, bitch, your pain ain't eternal. You were born like 50 years ago. You weren't there for this shit. You just grew up in a household where everyone told you that guy needs to suffer because he killed this girl like 500 years ago. And he was like, oh, that guy is bad. And then they told him he must suffer forever because we suffer forever. And then you ask, am I suffering? And they go like, yes, you are suffering. And you go, okay. And then you grow up with that mentality. And that's just kind of what the clan has been doing for like 7 generations now. I feel. Well, it wasn't that long ago. I think Angel is like 240 or something like that. But he got cursed like 120 years ago, right? Or something. So yeah, like no one in the clan should like have like any personal stakes here. Like for as far as like a tradition goes of like it's probably just more like a tradition of like, yeah, we have written down that this guy must suffer forever for the pain that he brought us. But then they're like, I'm just like, bitch, did you suffer? I don't think you were alive for this. You don't have a personal stake here. Angel does. He feels like shit. You don't. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Let me talk about Oz for a second here, because I'm skimming through the episode. Oz just saw a vampire get fucking staked and vaporized, and he was like, yo, y'all see that? And they were like, yeah, vampires are real, and there's a lot of them in the city. And he was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. And that was that. I really like that. I really do like that, because... Well, probably the reason why we did that is because, one, we don't have a lot of runtime to explain. Two, it's probably getting old to just explain this to multiple characters. So at this point, they're probably just like, whatever. They just accept it. But I really just like the idea that this guy is smart. Also, he seems to be open-minded. And also, he lives in Sunnydale. If you have one eye open in Sunnydale, you can see the pile of bodies that show up at just school alone. Like, I made so many jokes about this, how like the school is just filled with bodies. Like, you open a closet and there's like a decapitated teacher in there, you know? Previous episode, we had an eldritch god living in the basement, mind controlling everyone into digging eggs in order to spread its face huggers to mind control the rest of the world, probably. Like, yeah, if you're paying attention like at least a little bit in Sunnydale, you would be like, yeah, okay, I believe that. No, they're vampire. Yeah, sure, I believe it. So that's really cool. It's funny, but it's also something that like, yeah, makes sense. So the judge was reassembled. I've spoken about the judge a little bit. I look forward to whatever's gonna happen next episode, but also like, I like the idea of Angel being like, I gotta take this arm as far away as I can. So it was like, I'm gonna go to boat and go to the other side of the fucking planet with that. You know, I like that idea. And for a second I thought that maybe this is what Angel is. Angel the show. You know, because I know there's an Angel show. I just don't know what it is. But I was thinking like, maybe we'll follow Angel's adventures overseas. And that's what the Angel show is gonna be like. You know, that would have been a cool idea, actually. You know, because I do enjoy like world trip kind of stories, you know, like people just traveling to different places. Change of setting, change of characters. I enjoy that. So I would have actually been kind of excited to watch Angel if that's what Angel the show would have been like, you know, like a world trip of Angel alone, taking this this body part away so the bad guys may never complete Exodia. That would have been great, but that didn't happen. That literally got scrapped immediately because they did get the arm and they did summon the judge. So yeah, anyway, that was just the plot to part 7 of JoJo, by the way. I'm just skimming through the episodes here if there's anything else to talk about. I mean, Spike is on a wheelchair, I can say that. It's really interesting to see Spike on a wheelchair and Drusilla like carrying him around, because it is a reversal of what it was before, when Drusilla was the one that was like sick and Spike was the one that was like doing everything. But now Spike is the one that is on a wheelchair recovering, and Drusilla is the one that is just carrying him around and doing everything. So that's a good thing to see. I like that. I like Drusilla being more like active, more capable, and Spike instead is just kind of just sitting on the wheelchair. And like, because of Spike's personality, it really feels a little bit funny, because Spike is the kind of guy that just runs in and just screams and parties. So to see him in a wheelchair just feeling like, oh my fucking god, I hate this shit. Like, that's kind of funny. I like that. I don't know if we can take the dreams at face value, you know, or if we can prevent them or whatever. Maybe something we've seen in the dream can come back and actually turn out to be true. Like Angel dying, for example, that could happen, but we'll see next episode. I don't know what else to say about this episode. I think it was good because it's moving something. It introduced something, and it's moving plot, and it's moving characters' relationships. So that's fun. that's always fun. And we'll see next week what else is there for us to see. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Thank you everyone for tuning in. And alright everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode reaction of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. If you would like to watch the next 2 episode reactions, you can already do so over at the Patreon. Check out the link in the description below, social media, cool stuff that I do. See you guys next time. Take care everybody. Bye bye.